Hi guys, I'm Jan. Welcome to BlueFit's Fitness Tips for the month. Here we are down here at Greenwich Baths. We've got Damon going to demonstrate a couple of common errors that people do when they're exercising. First of all, we'll look at some push-ups. So we'll just get Damon to start down the beach. Now as you can see, when someone's doing a push-up, if they're not doing it correctly, they may often have this error where they're dropping the hips down low. And what will happen there is it will give you a very sore lower back. So what you want to make sure is you've got to make sure your core switched on tight, back's up flat and level, shoulders dropping down here to the back, lower back, and then if we just get a couple of push-ups we can, yep, lovely, yep, beautiful like that. Chest is going all the way down to the sand and back up, perfect form. Therefore, if he's not dropping the lower back, it won't give him a sore back, okay? Just have a break. What we could look at another error with the push-up would possibly be if his hips are too high, okay? Something like that, all right? So if we just have another little quick look at that. So the hips there in this position, as you can see, they're too high, okay? So therefore what's happening here is too much body weight's pushing forward onto the chest, okay? And then it becomes too much through the shoulders, okay? So once again, the core switched on there, all flat through the back. Once again, just two push-ups, perfect form, all the way up, all the way down. And make sure that you inhale and exhale, exhaling as you're pushing up. There you go, inhaling as you're going down. Perfect form for the push-up. Now we're going to look at the squat. We're going to look at a couple of common errors that people do when they're performing the exercise squat, and we'll correct those exercises and that technique and form just so that we don't get injured when we're doing them. So we'll just get Damon to just do a couple of squats. Now what you can see is as he's squatting, he's a little bit too far forward. He's bent over too far forward. So what we want to make sure here is he switches his core on again nice and tight, and we have the bum going out the back and the back stays nice and straight. That there is the perfect form for a squat. See a 90-degree angle there when as he comes down with the knees, the back stays nice and straight. Absolutely perfect form in that position, rising back up. So that's a correction of the exercise when someone's leaning too far forward. Another common mistake is when people do the squats and they're lifting their heels off the floor, bending their knees out to the side. Now you can see the instability that happens there. You can see that the squat's actually not working through the area that you want them to work. Okay? So with that, it's very important to make sure that they get stable on their feet. We've got them to put their heels flat into the sand, toes are slightly pointed out to the side, and once again they squat down with the whole flat of the foot staying on the sand. Beautiful. What that does is shifts the weight so that it works all evenly through the quad and the glutes at the back.